For the next 48 hours, all shadows in zones 0 through 13 have been temporarily disabled. This is not a malfunction. The absence of shadows is an intentional measure enacted by the Office of Anomaly Safety. You will notice that your homes, your streets, your towns now appear unnaturally flat lit. Objects cast no contrast. Buildings no longer darken the ground beneath them. Even your own form will appear strangely wrong, outlined but depthless, as though the world has been bleached of dimension. This effect will persist until the containment cycle is complete. The office advises that this measure is necessary. Over the last several months, a series of unexplained incidents in these zones suggested the presence of a shadow-borne anomaly. Witnesses reported being followed at night by their own silhouettes, moving out of sync. Others described unfamiliar figures emerging from corners where shadows pooled unnaturally deep. The decision was made to interrupt all shadow function in order to force the anomaly into visibility. If it cannot hide within the absence of light, it must reveal itself. During this blackout, you may experience discomfort. Many residents have already reported headaches, nausea, or an unsettled feeling described as wrong brightness. Children in particular may become agitated or inconsolable. Animals may refuse to eat or rest. These symptoms are expected. Do not be alarmed. However, there are other observations you should be aware of. Shadow shapes walking independently across walls, even though the world around them remains shadowless. In certain cases, these shapes have been seen tracing the movements of the observer, almost as if trying to reattach themselves. If you encounter such an outline, do not engage. Do not attempt to step into it. Simply turn away and continue on your path. In even rarer cases, some residents have claimed that their absent shadows have spoken to them. These voices are faint, heard only when the room is silent, and usually take the form of pleading, "Let us back. Let us in." You must ignore these voices. Shadows don't speak. There are other dangers. When shadows are absent, those entities that depended on them are left exposed. Some will attempt to appear human, standing in plain sight, trying to pass among you, but their mimicry will be flawed. You may notice their lack of depth, their lack of weight, their faces set wrong upon their forms. If one enters your home, do not confront it, do not acknowledge it. Simply leave the room and seal the door. With no shadow to sustain them and no person to attach to, these forms will vanish within minutes. If you encounter one in public, do not stare. Do not interact. Turn your eyes to the ground and contact the Office of Anomaly Safety immediately. The shadow blackout will conclude after 48 hours. Shadows will return suddenly without warning. If you notice residual shapes remaining where they do not belong, shadows that persist, shadows that speak, shadows that stretch against the light, do not acknowledge them. They are not part of you. They never were. Dusk broadcast signing off. Stay tuned. Stay safe.